My husband left me for a younger woman, they had a baby, and now he texts me. I've been through so much because of what he did. At one point, it got so bad that I ended up spending 2 weeks in a psychiatric facility, dealing with severe depression.
It was one of the hardest times of my life.
But after a lot of therapy and self-reflection, I finally managed to come to terms with everything that happened. My husband is an architect who travels all over the country and even internationally for work. During our marriage, we had decided not to have children. He was the one who brought it up first, saying he didn't want to be an absent father, knowing he wouldn't be able to be around enough for a child. He was raised in an orphanage, and although he knew who his mother was, he never met his father. He said he didn't want to pass on what he thought were bad genes and that maybe the child wouldn't be healthy. Now, looking back, I wish I had spoken up more, or at least challenged him on that decision, but I didn't. I went along with it because I loved him so deeply, and I trusted his reasoning. Then, out of nowhere, just 2 days before his 40th birthday, an event I had spent a whole month planning, he blindsided me. He told me he was leaving, saying that he didn't see a future for us anymore. He confessed that he had met another woman at the gym, the same gym, mind you, that he had always made excuses for me not to join. This woman was in her mid-20s, and apparently, they were a better match. A few months after our divorce, she had the audacity to message me, announcing that she was pregnant with his child. It was clear her only intention was to hurt me. She even went so far as to describe, in graphic detail, how thrilling it was for her to have a married man mark his territory inside her. When I read that, I felt physically ill. But more than anything, I was disgusted with myself for ever loving a man who could stoop to that level. He had told her that I couldn't give him children, which was a complete lie. It wasn't that I couldn't, it was that he didn't want them. Or maybe he just didn't want them with me. We had been married for 7 years, and in the end, I guess that meant nothing. This all happened some time ago, but just recently, I found out that he never married her, even though she apparently wanted him to. They're no longer together, but he's paying child support. A mutual friend of ours, someone I'm still in touch with, told me that the woman is actually a terrible mother. She reportedly leaves their baby, who's barely a year old, alone in his crib while she goes out grocery shopping. She's on antidepressants, which make her sleep heavily, and when the baby cries, she screams at him out of frustration. It's heartbreaking to hear, especially since the child is so young and vulnerable. My ex is now trying to get full custody of the baby, and it seems that he and the baby's mother can't stand each other. I was shocked when I heard that he had slapped her during one of their arguments. This was the same man who never once laid a hand on me or even raised his voice at me during our entire marriage.
I didn't know how to process that.
When I heard all of this, I told the woman that I felt deeply sorry for the baby, but I also made it clear that I didn't want to get involved in their mess. I have my own healing to focus on. Yet, just 3 days ago, my ex-husband reached out to me directly. He sent me a message apologizing for everything he had put me through and asked if we could meet. He said he didn't want anything more than a conversation, claiming he feels guilty for how he treated me. I'm conflicted because, despite all the pain he caused, I still find that I have feelings for him. I hate to admit it, but I do. Now I'm stuck wondering if I should meet with him, or if I'm just setting myself up for more heartbreak. Is it worth it to talk things through after all this time?